Club president and is also a member of Great Minds Advanced Toastmasters. Steve is a proud father of 2 boys, one of whom goes to the National Ballet School and is a store manager for Starbucks. Steve suffers from depression, and recently Steve's employer, Starbucks, invested in their partners and increased mental health benefits for everyone. Tonight, Steve will make the case for all employers to make a similar investment in their workforce. Steve Elliot, sick, not weak. Sick, not weak. Steve Elliot.
I want you to imagine you're sitting in your doctor's office. You've just been diagnosed with an illness, and your doctor relays the following information to you. The treatment you seek won't be covered by OHIP. Your employer's health and dental benefits, not going to help you either. If you're lucky, you may have an assistance program with your employer, which will give you 3 sessions of treatment. After that, you're on your own. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. That was my harsh reality when I was diagnosed with depression. And unfortunately, millions of other Canadians suffer that same thing on a daily basis. I'd like to share with you some facts about mental illness, talk a little bit about the treatment that does exist out there for those that require it, and then share with you some hope that I think we can all be inspired by. It is estimated by the Canadian Mental Health Association that there is an $8 billion cost associated with mental health. Now that's just to the health system. There's an additional $6.3 billion that's associated with uninsured medical treatment, absenteeism from work, and to be very blunt about it, the cost of suicide, which unfortunately is a contributor or an outcome of mental health. Those numbers are staggering. It is estimated that 20% of all Canadians either have suffered from some form of mental illness or will suffer from some form of mental illness within their lifetime. And youth is the most vulnerable, with the age group of 15 to 24 being highlighted as a high-risk group, the largest component of any age demographic. That's how Starbucks stumbled upon their revelation. We held youth forums across the country. And what came up time and time again was the benefits at Starbucks were great, but where were the mental health benefits for those that needed it? And unfortunately, a lot of companies are the same. Back in that scenario I described to you, I went to my employer to find out what benefits I had at the time. And I was told, oh, you can attend 3 sessions with a social worker, and those will last you for the year. And then next year you come back and we'll treat you again. For somebody who's already feeling the strain and the stigma of mental health illness, this is debilitating news and puts people who are most vulnerable in a very precarious situation. I'm proud to say that I work for Starbucks for many reasons. The speech tonight is probably the reason I'm most proud of saying I work for this company. Because after getting all that feedback from the youth across Canada, in October of this year, we announced we were investing $5,000 for every single employee that works for Starbucks and enrolls in health and dental benefits. And we didn't stop there. The enrollment process, which is usually a 1-year once a year occurrence, we reopened enrollment. So those that hadn't yet enrolled back in August, when the news was not yet public, could enroll. Now, as you sit there tonight and think about the investment that Starbucks made, I want you to think about your company. What does your company do for people who have mental health illness? Most cases, it's not enough. And so I want you to leave here with a mission to talk to your HR departments. Let them know that this is important for you. Maybe you don't have a mental health illness, but there's a good chance your coworker does, or somebody down the road is going to that works for your company. And do we really want those that are vulnerable to feel like they have no option but to take their own lives? So I realize this topic tonight is not festive, but I think it's important that we talk about it and that we really challenge the status quo with our companies to get more coverage for those that have mental health illness. So take this message, spread it loud and proud to your companies, and I think we will create a better work environment and a better society for all Canadians. Madame.